Unmute, Karen.
Let me unmute. Okay, there I am. Thank y'all. Hey, everybody, let's start all over. I'm so happy to see y'all. I'm grateful to be here tonight. And as I was saying right before we started recording, if you do not have an ink pen and a pad, I would do that because tonight the building principles that Rose is going to be sharing, guys, is what takes us to the next level. We cannot even get to the diamond and double diamonds and triple diamonds unless we have this down pat. And it is so simple. And when you hear Rose go through things tonight, and we're going to be talking at the end too, guys, make sure you write it all down because this is your opportunity to know if you've been asking yourself, why can't I just make it happen? Well, tonight is going to be your night. So, with that, I am going to turn the call over to my dear friend, uh, a pastor, a friend, a certified trainer, a mom of nine, an amazing wife to Michael. We were doing the Zoom the other night, talking, and Michael was in the background filling us in with, and agreeing or not agreeing. It was amazing. So, guys, give her a big hand clap before we turn it completely over to her because she's so busy, but she loves us enough that she wants everybody to win. So, give her hand claps.
All right, you guys, I am super excited. Okay, we're going to talk money. We're going to talk about how to expand your business, and we're going to get really tactical and tangible. Now, I do want to actually say this. My husband was listening in on a conversation that Karen and I were having. He was actually painting my room, and we're sitting there having this conversation about exactly how to plug in this strategy that we're going to go over and to see the results in your business begin to multiply. Okay. And Mike is listening and he's like, we are so blessed by Karen. And we get off the phone. Mike's like, yeah, that's it. That's it. And so Karen is laughing, but this is the deal, you guys. Getting off the phone with having my call with my mentor over here really fills me up. Okay. The reason I show up to do this for you guys is because I literally want to see every single one of us win. This is not just about, let me just share a story, because my name is in lights and yada, yada. None of that matters. What matters is that we all get to go to the top together. If you are here and you want to go to the top of this company, I want you to drop in the chat the top. Everybody drop in the chat the top. That's where we're headed. We're in one direction and it is straight to the top. Okay. So Karen Ford actually has this system that is really simplistic. She shares it often. It really hit me a different way. Sometimes you have to hear the same thing over and over and over and over. Or maybe you hear someone explain it a little bit different, and then all of a sudden it lands for you. Okay. That's what I'm hoping today will do. So, Karen and I made this decision that we need to really start teaching platinum as our foundation. Okay. So, if you are taking notes, I want you to all be writing this down. Platinum is my foundation over and over and over again. If we understand that platinum is the foundation for everything we're trying to build, when we get a brand new recruit, our job is to get them to platinum as fast as we can. Now, I know you've heard Karen say this a million times. I know you've heard other people talk about this, but the fact is, are we really doing it? I'm going to explain to you the tangibility of this, and I'm going to give you a great example. I don't know if Michelle Coates is on right now. I'm going to use her as a beautiful example and two people that I've actually brought in with her. Okay. Just to kind of walk you through the steps that I've done with them and what we're currently walking out to actually get to platinum status. So I do have the ability to share my screen, right? So I'm going to just nod if, Karen, if you can actually see my screen share now. Are you able to see that? Okay, perfect. So write this website down, thedroplaunch.com. Okay, this website right here, there's one area very specifically I want you to go to. Don't get lost in it. I really only want to hone in right here. Click on the part that says launch. Once you get there, I want you to scroll down and you're going to find the printables. There's two areas for you to print. One is a follow-up tracker. It's simply a piece of paper with 100 lines on it, numbered out so that you, at the top, you could write your goals, you could write people's names, you could follow up with that. Okay. The one that I really want to hone in on today, though, is Run to Platinum. So click print here. Once you get this, you're going to see this sheet. You should be printing 13 of these sheets to start off. Why 13? Because you, leading yourself well, are going to get to platinum first. Okay. Then you're going to help all those other 12 people get to platinum as well. Okay, this may seem very far-fetched. I know when I first started here, I was like, how in the world am I going to get all these people to platinum? Well, that's actually what I'm tangibly doing right now. Okay, so when you look at this sheet, I'm going to break this down for you. You can see that every box has a portion that says ISR or customer, then it has the auto ship date. I want you to be very clear on when is their auto ship date. If it's at the end of the month, try to get them to move it to the beginning of the month. Okay, that is your goal. I would write the auto ship date in pencil if it is towards the end of the month. Your goal is to make sure that you explain to them that having their auto ship run within the first 5 days of the month is important for duplication. Okay. Why is that important? If we don't really understand that, the reason it's important is because if you are going for goals in your business and your team is going for goals, you really cannot count on whatever volume they're going to be bringing in, and you have no idea what volume it's going to be until the auto ship processes. That's one reason. The second reason is things happen. People's cards expire. They end up changing their cards because of whatever reason, fraud that they've experienced or whatever happens. And sometimes their auto ship doesn't go through. You don't want to be scrounging at the end of the month trying to help figure out why their auto ship didn't go through. And now we're chasing points. We don't want to be doing that. So if we can get everyone as a leader to get their auto ship within the first 5 days, that is ideal. Now, I understand some people's cycles with pay and things like that may not allot for them to do that, but for the most part, we want to try to keep everybody to the first 5 days of the month. Okay. If you have not already done this, then I'm going to highly recommend that's one of the first things that you do after our call tonight, before this week is over, that you're going to reach out to all of your ISRs and get them to understand that concept. Okay. So when you see ISR or customer, just simply circle or highlight if they are an ISR or if they're a customer. Okay. I personally like to put if they are on my left leg or my right leg. I use the verbiage that Karen uses to keep it straight from the top all the way down. There is a team overflow leg and there is a lifestyle leg. The lifestyle leg is the leg that you are typically building, and you're not seeing extra people coming in because that's the lifestyle that you are creating. Okay, if that does not make sense, then we can have Karen explain that a little bit further at the end. But just knowing that if my lifestyle leg is my right leg and my left leg is my team overflow, that does not mean that yours is the same. You need to be aware of what leg is what, and you need to start calling them team overflow and lifestyle so that there's no confusion. What you start saying, everyone else is going to be saying underneath you. They're going to duplicate that out. So we want to make that clear right from the beginning. Okay. Now, at the end, you're going to see at the end of the sheet, there are the rank stepping stones to get to platinum. I do not tell people when they sign up, our goal is to get you to bronze, and then we're going to go to silver, and then we're going to go to gold. I am only talking platinum, only talking platinum. Stepping stones to get to platinum, we cheer them on. Okay, we celebrate them, all of that, but I'm not creating bronze as this beautiful mantle that they're going to step on. No, I'm not creating silver. I'm not creating gold as this wonderful accomplishment. Why? because I want them to have big vision. I want them to have big dreams. It is my job as a leader to paint the picture. Okay. As leaders, if you are a leader, raise your hand. I want to see all of you raising your hand. You are a leader of yourself first. If you have zero people signed up underneath you, that's okay. You are a leader of yourself first. When you are leading yourself well, then you get the opportunity to lead others. Okay. So we want to make sure that as leaders, we are painting vision. The vision starts with us. So if we have small vision of bronze, silver, and gold, those are all great accomplishments. They're all great stepping stones on getting us to platinum, but platinum is our core foundational rank here. So all of us need to be on board with the same language of we are creating platinums, okay? And it multiplies very quickly. Y'all know that one of my favorite sayings in the world that the Lord gave me is blessings multiplied. It is a declaration. And when you look at platinum and the system that Karen has really intricately put together, it really is that. You're seeing the multiplication happen in your business. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stop the share here, but I do want you to see that this form is available for you. All of you can go there, download it for free, print it for free. Okay. So, that's something that I wanted to share. Now, keeping track of your numbers is so crucial. If you cannot tell me right now who your top 12 people are, the 12 people that you enrolled, customer ISR, because we know platinum is both. I heavily focus on building with a lot of ISRs, right? So the more ISRs, the bigger your business will grow because that's multiplication, right? But if you're not tracking your numbers and you can't look at me right now and say, Rose, I could tell you who all my 12 are, it doesn't mean you're failing. It just means you need to write them down. I could barely remember my kids' birth dates. Okay. So you think I'm going to remember every single platinum or every person that I'm trying to get to platinum? No, I have to write it down. Don't rely on your mind to remember all the things unless you have this massive supersonic photographic memory. Okay. But even then, I still wouldn't rely on it because tracking the numbers is really important and tracking names and tracking what we're doing is so important. Okay. So now let's go tangible with this. Michelle Coates is a personal recruit of mine. She is absolutely phenomenal. This woman has a heart of gold and wants to help so many people. She did a post on social media that she saw someone else do. She created it, made it her own, and it was like a work from home post, literally. Okay. I'm just going to tell you what she did. It was a work from home post. Like, who here, very simple, who here on my friends list wants to work from home? And she got all these people responding. I'm talking about over 200 comments. Okay, it was crazy. So I get on the phone with her and I'm like, Michelle, what are we doing with this? Like what is going on? This is phenomenal. And she's like, okay, this is what Chat GPT said on how to respond. And you guys were at Momentum and Karen and I are doing a Zoom together. And she's like, and I'm really trying to get this going. And I said, okay, now we have to convert. We have to get these people to actually convert. So what did we do? We set up a Zoom. I did a very quick overview. She invited all the people. We just said work from home, questions and answers. And we set a time. She sent it out, sent a reminder to them. We had quite a bit of people on there. Okay. I'm going to talk about one person in particular that signed up. She saw the post. She actually knew Michelle from many years ago. She was a young girl in church, now a grown woman, and is like, Michelle, you probably don't remember me, but I want to be able to work from home. And I kind of seen you post about these drops. She gets on, Michelle shares her daughter's testimony. This woman shares that her brother is going through the same exact thing. She signs up as an ISR. Okay. We do a launch Zoom with her. Listen to how this is going. Michelle, launch Zoom, bring the people. We recruit some of the people, then every single one of them is going to get a launch Zoom. Okay. This may not be practical for some of you, but just listen before you tune out. Okay. Launch Zoom. So what does that mean? Well, what that means is I get the new recruit on. I'm sharing my testimony. She's inviting the people. Michelle is showing them exactly how to invite, what to say, follow up the day before, get confirmation 15 minutes before. Make sure you remind them. Here's the Zoom link. We're excited. Rose is excited to meet you. I told her all about you. Okay, we're creating some sort of accountability for them to show up. Okay? Cassandra is the person that signed up. She gets her mom on and like a group of other people. Okay? Michelle was actually not able to attend this launch Zoom, but I'm going to tell you because Michelle and I work hand in hand, I showed up and I said, I will do this Zoom. I know Michelle shows up for everything else. Okay. So, like, that's not a question. So, I do the Zoom and they didn't want any slides. They just wanted me to share my heart, talk about testimonies. Cassandra shared her testimony. The mom signs up. Okay. The mom signs up, Erica, with the big pack because now she wants her son, her daughter, her, and her husband on them. Okay. So, Michelle. Then it goes second layer, Cassandra, third layer, Erica. We're 3 layers deep here. This is called tap rooting. Okay. So now we get Erica. Erica signs up from there. We have several people that are actually wanting information about the product. I'm specifically working with Erica. Okay, Erica, and remember, this is mom. Daughter brought mom on. So I'm working with Erica, answering her questions, giving her the basics. Did I send her to the MPG Plus app? No. Did I send her to the login back page of MPG? No. Did I send her the droplaunch.com? No. Did I send her to any Facebook groups? No. No, 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 no. Why? They're all great resources, but that is not tangible action to build her business. She will get stuck there. So before I do any of that, I make sure that I'm showing her here's your link for people to order. Here's your link for them to be a customer. What day can we do your launch Zoom? That's it. What day can we do your launch Zoom in the next 3 to 5 days max? I do not like to go past 5 days. 3 days is ideal. I stress the importance of it. Okay. Schedule a launch Zoom with Erica. We do her launch Zoom. She has her brother, sister in law, and niece that are interested. Okay. So we're going to get them signed up. From every single launch Zoom, we schedule the next launch Zoom. If no one signed up with the last launch Zoom, we are actually rescheduling another one for her so that she can keep bringing people. What are the 2 things after we get this ball rolling that I started her with? Let me show you. Okay. This is what I got her started with. Go back to the 2 printables. These are the only 2 things. I'm literally taking her to this website. I send it to her and I say, click on launch. I'm not going through the website with her. Click on launch. Now click the follow-up tracker. I have her click it. And I said, and this is what I did with Erica literally today. I said, okay, click it. Now, do you see this? She's like, I just see a bunch of lines. Perfect. These are all the amazing people that you're going to help. And so we're going to fill these lines in as you think of people. I want you to write their name down in pen, and then on the side in pencil, just write down a little note of where you are in the process of sharing with them. Did you invite them to the launch Zoom, for an opportunity? Did you send your link? Are you sharing your testimony? Where are we at in the process? Okay. And she's like, oh my gosh, I could print this. And this is really, she's never done network marketing. Okay. She had, I share that and I share the platinum, run for platinum. She said, I just feel, Rose, like I'm so lost. I need to learn all the things. And I really want this business to work. And I said, Erica, you don't need to know anything else except for your heart to help people. When's our next opportunity that you're going to send them to? Okay. And how do we follow up? That's all we're going to do on repeat. And every time someone signs up, I'll get you on a three-way call with me. We'll sign them up together. I'll show you, and you're going to learn as you grow. She started crying happy tears. And what's the next thing that I do to her? This is the part that none of you can miss. If you are watching me right now and your camera is on, look at my eyes. You have to speak life into them. You must speak life into them. Starting a new business is scary, okay? Some of us, this may be our 10th rodeo, but for some people, they've never done this before. She said, my daughter keeps telling me I'm going to be amazing at this. And I said, Erica, I worked with a lot of people, okay, in network marketing. And I'm going to tell you right now, you've got what it takes. You just keep doing what you're doing. You keep leading with your heart. You keep sharing. And I am telling you, you are going to the top. I am taking you right with me. Okay. You just stick right with me and we're going to keep doing this over and over. And she is crying happy tears and she's thanking me for the mentorship. Okay. We just started literally like last week, but she's already feeling so fired up. You need to understand what's happening there. It's exactly what happened when Joy Kinney got me on a phone call with Karen Ford. Karen spoke to my heart. I needed her to speak to my heart. I am red, more red than some of you can ever even see the color red. Okay. But there is just a little bit of yellow in me. And I needed that yellow cup to be filled up because I was broken. I needed to know there was another woman who was actually cheering me on, that actually believed that I could do this, that actually was going to love me for me, not because of what I could bring to the company. Okay. You need to be that person for your people. Okay. So now what are we doing? We're moving forward. On Wednesday, tomorrow, I have another Zoom with her, and we're going to do the same thing on repeat. Now, the next thing that's important is that have you guys heard me talk about the black dress theory at Target? I don't think I've shared that here yet, right? Okay, guys, this may not resonate. Just think of your wives, okay, or your daughter or somebody. So we go to Target. I have all my 50 kids with me and my husband, and we're trying to shop. And I see this super cute black dress. It's like slimming and it's long, little below my knees. It's absolutely beautiful. And I could hide all the lumps and bumps in it, and it'll be great, right? And I'm like, that dress is hot. I need that dress. I just need to go try it on. And I look at my kids. And I'm like, yeah, that's not happening. I look at my husband and I'm like, no, I'm not going to ask because it's just too much. So I'll come back tomorrow after I get the kids settled after dinner. I'll come back to Target. I'll do a quick run and I'll get that dress. When I left Target, I was 100% sold that I wanted that dress. That dress is mine. It had my name written all over it. When I go to bed at night, I'm still thinking about that dress. It's going to look super cute on my next hot date with my honey. Okay. The next day, I'm cooking dinner and I'm like, darn it. I forgot about Target. Oh, I really wanted that dress. It's okay. I'll find another one. I unsold myself 100% on a dress that I was 100% sold on 24 hours earlier. Completely unsold myself on it. I need you to hear this. This is what happens to your prospects. You get them in front of the product. They're there for the opportunity Zoom. They saw the drop. They saw Karen Ford's thing. They seen whatever. They were whatever opportunity. They were hot and they were hot and they were hot. They were super all in. Yes, Kendall, I'm going to sign up. I'm going to sign up tomorrow after work. Girl, if you don't sign her up today, the chance of you signing her up tomorrow after work is very minimal. You are going to be chasing her because it's 100% on the top of your mind, and it's one of the last things on her mind because she's busy. You know what the drops are doing for you. You know the miracles that people are experiencing, but she is busy. She has dinner to cook, kids to feed, dishes to do, all the things. The drops are the last thing on her mind. And we're over here like, Susie doesn't, she's ignoring me, she's ghosting me. No, it's just she's not 100% sold anymore. So now you got to go back and sell her again. So, what's my whole point in that story? You've actually got to close them while you're on the Zoom. So one of the things that I say is, okay, Erica, I'm closing out the Zoom, right? And I'm saying thank you to everybody answering questions. All right, you guys, she had three different guys on there and like five ladies. And so I'm calling them by name and I'm saying, all right, you guys, I'm super grateful that you guys were on today. And I can't wait to hear your experience. We're going to be celebrating, and I actually want to be on the call with you to celebrate what you're experiencing with these drops. So here's what's going to happen. Erica's going to get me, you, and Tina. She's going to get us in a text message together. Okay. Gabriel, me, you, and Erica, we're going to be in a text message together. This way, if you have private questions, you can always ask them and I can help you out. And we'll also be able to celebrate your results together. So I am instructing Erica, who is the ISR, who invited all the people, to get me in a chat individually with each person. Okay. You guys have heard Julie Aldridge talk about the lady from whatever candlelight something that personally called her the next day and said, I thought of you. This is that personal touch that we're talking about. So Erica gets me and Kendall was the guest in a text message or messenger chat. I am going to leave an audio. Oh my gosh, Kendall, I'm so happy you were on. It was amazing to hear your story, and I'm really excited to hear what your experience is going to be on these drops. What interested you more? Did you want the buy two, get one free bundle, or are you more interested in the bundle of the drops and Varicel? I'm not asking her, what did you think? I don't care what she thinks. I'm trying to help her get healthy. Really, I'm trying to help her get healthy. Do you want this bundle or this bundle? I'm not even asking her if she wants to be a customer. She's going to downgrade herself. You want them to downgrade themselves. Okay, you got to hear me. Like, I don't know why God gave me the gift of sales, but He did. And I never really loved it until I owned it. Okay. My husband's seen it very clearly in me, and he's like, you can sell poop to anybody. And I know. So we got to sell good stuff. So fix and Vericel, right? So you have to actually understand that you have to give them the top option. They downsize themselves. Okay. You don't do that. You don't offer it, and you be quiet. What are you excited about more? The buy two, get one free, or are you wanting the Fix and Vericel bundle? Shh, just smile. That's it. Whoever talks next is the one that has the ball in their court. Okay, so just shut up. Shh. Let them talk. Kendall? Mm-hmm. And then Kendall's going to be like, okay, this is super awkward, so I need to say something. And Kendall is going to say something, okay? She may come up with all the excuses. There's only like five of them. They're all the same thing. You just speak life into her. Kendall, when you were saying that, you're having this discomfort in your back, imagine that the drops, the only thing it ever does is helps to reduce that inflammation. Wouldn't that be life-changing for you, Kendall? Shh, let her respond. Wouldn't that be life-changing, Kendall? You wait for Kendall to respond. Yeah, actually, I'm telling you, you would not even believe all the stories that I've heard. I am so excited to see how these are going to work for you. Okay? I'm so excited. Now, you might want to actually get the bundle of the Varicel and the drops because they do work differently. Okay. And so I'm going to encourage her again and let her respond, but you've got to close the sale. You guys that were just like, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to do that. Just say it. Just say it. Okay. If you're like, you're scared, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, say it. Just say it. Okay. Because at the end of the day, your best interest is Kendall. Your best interest is that discomfort in her back. That's what you need to be thinking about. We have products, you guys, that are miraculous. We can't shut up about them. You guys cannot shut up about them. We have to be so bold and loud about it because I don't know about you, but they've changed my life. I was just crying to my husband a little bit earlier, just saying, I literally have my mental state back. I actually feel happy again in life. It's been a very long time that I could actually say that. Okay? We have to understand what we have our hands on. Okay, so what's the next step? Now that I have Erica doing her launch Zooms. I'm guiding her through it. I am not sending her to all the things. Once I need her to log into the back office, then I show her how to log in. I'm showing her in little steps, okay, because I don't want her to get stuck. Then it's like, okay, so now we have your next people. Let's sign them up. Now we're going to talk about where to position them. We need to position them in your tree. You have two legs. Okay, so the goal is that we get to platinum as quick as we can. Now, Erica, here's what happens every person that you recruit, you make $40. $40 fast start bonus. That's huge. That's huge. Erica, do you want me to show you how to double that? You want me to show you how to double that? You guys, please listen to this, okay? $40. I'm talking about, let's just use the buy two, get one free bundle of drops. $40 is what you get as a fast start bonus. I'm getting her pumped up, super excited about $40. My next question after she shows that excitement, want me to show you how to double that. How do you double that, Rose? Well, I'm so glad, Stephanie, that you asked. So let me explain to you how to double that. What you do is you get them to platinum because once they get to platinum, you get the $20 cycle pay. Every 100 points to the left, match to every 100 points to the right, boom, you make 20 bucks. Well, how many points is the 3 bottles of Fix? Everybody drop it in the chat. If you know, we should know this. And if you don't know, watch the chat so that you can memorize this. It's very important. Okay. So once we know how many points it is, let's see, I don't see the chat. I guess I can't see it, but 200. There we go. 200 points. It's 200 points. So remember, fast start is $40. You want to double that? Let me show you how. Let's get you to platinum as quick as we can. Because then your cycle pay, what's cycle pay? I'll show you. I'll draw it out very simple. Once we get you to platinum, which is simply just 12 people that we're bringing on board with you, you actually get an additional $40 for every single person that you put in your lines of business. Now we're making 80 bucks per person and you're helping them get healthy. Did you guys know this? This is like the simplest way to explain to people how to double what they're doing already. Is anybody confused on this? If you are, no? Okay, we all got this. Okay, good. Okay, because that very simple verbiage right there, you could change the game for people. Now, if there's someone who's a big builder, then we start talking, let me show you 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. Karen telling me I can make $80, I might be like, Karen, you need to talk to me like, how am I bringing in 50,000 a month, please? Let's talk this. Okay. But someone who is like, they can't even, they're looking at bronze and they're like, how am I going to get to bronze? No, we're getting to platinum. We're creating platinums. And I'm going to show you how to take the $40 fast start bonus and literally double it. I'm going to show you how to do that. Then you can start talking bigger numbers. You pay attention to how they catch the vision. You are the visionary. Your job as a leader is to speak vision, speak vision, speak vision. You've got to show them, okay? Because they can't see it most of the time. So you got to be the one that's actually painting the picture for them. Give them that vision. Pay attention to how they respond. Speak life into them. Once they actually wrap their mind around it and we get to celebrate one little win, then it's like, okay, now we get to make that vision even bigger. Then we start talking, okay, how would it feel to make $1,000 a month? What about 5,000? What about 10,000? Everybody drop in the chat. What is the amount of money that you want to be making in the next 6 months here? Okay. We're looking at today, 6 months from now. How much money a month do you want to be making here with MPG? Drop it in the chat. Okay. I have my number and I'm so fired up about it. 50,000 is actually what I'm going. It's actually 55,000. That's what I'm going for. And you know what? Working with Karen Ford, working with Allison, working with Terry, working with Megan, working with Lisa, I 100% know it's possible. Some of you are under Kylie, like I 100% know it's possible. Y'all got to understand this. Like we have a gold mine that we are not sitting on, we are running with. We are not sitting anywhere. There's no such thing as sitting here with MPG. Okay? This is huge. All right, Miss Karen Ford, go ahead and give us your wisdom here because I am a sponge and I glean from her. I learn from her, and I'm not sharing anything new under the sun. I'm actually sharing what she has shared with me from a perspective where it finally landed for me. Let's see, did it go? There we go.
Well, there you go. There you go. And as you were talking about that, and I'm just going to go back to our conversation that we had last night or night before. If you look at the people that you have today and they aren't multiplying miracles, if they're not multiplying, it's okay if you start over tomorrow and go find 12 new people. Because I fell in love with the platinum concept at the very beginning. I said, we have to paint the picture for the brand new person. If, as Rose, as you said, if you just let them go, oh, well, I'll get to bronze. No, you're teaching them how to fail, my opinion. But if you recruit, say I recruit Rose, and Rose told me she needed to make $10,000 a month, I'm going to find out what her needs are, what she wants from the product, what she wants financially. Yes, I have customers, but I want people, and let me use this analogy. If I have Rose on the product and she didn't get a result the first 30 days, 60 days, she's probably not going to order again, right? But if I find out what Rose wants and I teach her, Rose, you told me you wanted to make $10,000 a month. Let me help you. It's very simple. Get a pen. I'm going to give you 3 simple steps once you come into this business. Do you happen to know, Rose, a couple dozen people that would love to have the financial blessings you told me you wanted? Go ahead and role play with me. Of course.
Yes, absolutely.
Rose, if you know a couple dozen people, I want to teach you how you can get to $10,000 a month in the next 30, 60, 90 days. Would you be willing to do whatever it took if I show you a simple system that works every single time?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, Rose, here's what I want you to do. Let's write down those 24 names, but I am going to help you to get to platinum as fast as possible because I want you to maximize the pay plan. Why make 10% when you can make 20%, right? So let's put those top 12 people out of your 24. Let's put them down first
Mhm.
because those 12 people, I want you to reach out to them and get on the phone and say, Janet, I had to call you. I don't know if you've been watching what I'm doing, but I have had an invitation, not a sales pitch. I've had an invitation to be part of a launch team launching some of the world's most exclusive products. And I want to change the world with their health, but I also need financial blessings, and I know you do too. If I could show you how you could make $10,000 a month, Janet, would you be willing to take 4 minutes to watch a video? Of course.
Absolutely. Hmm.
So then Janet watches the video. You send that out to your 12 people. And here's the simplicity. I know y'all have heard me say it many times, but if you get your 12 people, we hear it on all the Zooms, you need 25,000 over here and 5,000 over here. Nope. You need 12 people duplicating a simple system. Because on level one now, Rose, you have 12 people. What are you going to teach them? How to get their 12. That's all. If y'all focus on 12, not 100, not 500, not 5,000, focus on getting 12 people. Will it be your first 12? Probably not. But you keep doing it until you get your first 12 who wants what you want. You want financial freedom. You want to have your health back. So now you taught those 12 people to do the same thing. What's on your level two? 144 people on level two. What do you teach the 144 people? Help me to identify the first top 12 people that want what you have. Now we're going to take that 144 people, and all they're going to do is go find their 12 people. Don't let them stop until you help them find their people. They're looking for confirmation, knowing they can do that. But as Rose said, if you tell them about it and leave them, you're setting them up to fail. So on that 144 times 12 is now 1,728 people you have on level three. Guys, it's just by getting 12 people, not hundreds, not thousands. It's 12. Now you have 1,884 people total. Let's say it's a perfect world. You divide it in half. You have 942 people on your lifestyle leg, and you have 942 people on your community leg. Let's just say, because most of the people in the chat said they wanted to make 10,000 a month. So let's just go with 50 commissionable volume, which I don't know why anybody would just order 50, but let's make it simple. 50 commissionable volume. You do that with the 942 people on each leg. Guys, that's $47,100 in commissionable volume. Let's do it times 20%. That's $9,420. And that don't count your check match. It doesn't count your fast start. That is how you make $10,000 a month. Is it simple? Yes. Is it easy? No. But it's simple. And if you show people how, they'll figure out a way to make it happen. I've seen it over and over again. I remember when Kylie first came on, we were talking about, she said, well, what do you teach your people? And I said, get to platinum. Guess what? Kylie's got 12. How'd that happen? She knows the value, and we have to teach our people. We have to give them value. We have to help them to see a bigger picture. Because, guys, if you show them what is possible, they will stick closer to you than a brother. They will hang tight because everybody signs up with you to have better health and have better finances. So I want you guys to put over in the chat how many of you are willing to go find 12 new people. If you don't have 12 today, let's go find 12 more, because I promise you, I've done it. I've seen it over and over and over and over. And guys, do your own incentive for your own personal team. Do whatever it takes, because once you have 12 people duplicating, you will not fail. It is impossible to fail if you do it the way that it's designed to do. I'm going to say this. If you happen to want to make 20,000, guess what? All you have to do, go find 12 people. Do you know a couple dozen people who want what you want? But they do 100 commissionable volume. 100 commissionable volume will help every single one of you. If you teach that, then guess what? You make 20,000 a month. And let me see, or hands. How many of you guys are already making 20,000? Okay. I say today is the day that you make a decision to find those 12. Maybe you have four, but teach them to do the same thing. Go back to the four that's active, that's working their butts off. Go back and say, you know what? We have a new plan because it's important to me that you win. You told me when you signed on, you wanted $10,000 a month. It's my job to help you get there. Do you know a couple dozen people? Because I'm going to show you how you can make $10,000 a month. So, guys, it's simple, it works. I will do anything in my power because it worked for me. It's working for Rose. It worked for Kylie. It worked for Alice and it works for Lisa. It works for Mark. It works for anyone who does it. And so identify your people. You said it, Rose. Go look at your list. Who are those people? Find those people, put your arms around them, give them a vision because if you don't paint the vision, they don't know what they have. They came here because of you, not because of Marketplace Global. They came because they loved and trusted you and they wanted a better quality life. So I'm just going to encourage you guys. Rose, you know I love you bigger than Texas, and that's pretty big. And I thank you for pouring into us. You're just amazing.
I love you too. I want to share two things real quick. Brenda in the chat says, okay, I'll change my amount from 10K to 50K. That was the best ever. That is so good. The other thing that Karen said to me when my husband was listening, I'm telling you guys, I'm a sponge. When Karen talks, I am a sponge. Student first, right? She said, my husband's painting the walls, and he's just listening to my chat over here. And she said, Rose, it may not be your first 12. It may not even be your first 50 that you find your 12 in there. You just keep going until you find those 12. I want to encourage you because some of you are like, all right, I have 20 and the 12 are not popping up. Okay. Start from scratch, like Karen said, but I would actually go to each one of them and say, hey, this is what I'm
Yes.
working on right now. Does this interest you? Like, get their buy-in again. They may be in a different season. They may have signed up with you and totally forgot, they're just using the product, but forgot that there's an opportunity attached, right? They just may not be plugged in. Go back to them and do what Karen said. I'm working on expanding this, bringing these products, like literally launching exclusive products that are helping change people's lives and bring in extra income. Is this something that you really want to do with me? Get their buy-in again. And if at that point they say no, that's okay. It's still just not now. Okay. You just still love on them, but go look for 12 that are serious here. Okay. That's who gets your attention. That is who gets your attention.
Right. It's so simple. Like I said, it's not easy, but it's simple.
Mhm.
So I really do. I know you can't knock me off of my belief stump because I'm sitting there and it is what it is. I know every single one of you that is on this Zoom can find 12 people. Lead them to where they want to go, not where you want to go, but you have to paint the picture so big. Be the Picasso. Go paint the picture and let them feel that confidence. It's like, I know 12 people. So go out, identify your people, do what Rose said, get your list made. Is that old school? Guess what? Most of the 7 and 8 figure income earners that I know started in old school. And the things that we learn from them helps us to be stronger in what we're doing today. So thank y'all for showing up. We do have Kylie and yeah, go ahead.
It's extremely old school. It actually is, the 12 disciples.
Yep, it
It
is.
works.
It's biblical. Let's go. Guys, we have Kylie and Terry is on catchthewave.com, catchthewavezoom.com, right, Janet? Catchthewavezoom.com, and that starts at 9 Eastern. So go get your soul fed some more. Let's make Tuesday a day that we can go out and share Tuesday testimonies, because what you do tonight to tomorrow is going to set you up to win. And I can't wait to get the stories. Make sure we know that you're working on your 12, and we will pour into you. And we thank you for showing up. Thank you. Love you.